A long time ago, a boy went and played with the missus down at his local pizza parlor. A few years later, he learned that the lady got herself a brand new 3D adventure on the PlayStation.
Huh.
I'm usually on board with you with a lot of things, James, but I don't know if this is such a good idea. I can see the lawyers peering behind the door right now.
They're waiting. They're just inches away.
In Pac-World, many lands are powered and sustained by the magical gems of virtue. The wonders of the last 4 uncharted lands are legendary, but each area has been forever separated from the rest of Pac-World by mysterious force fields. I have learned that dark forces are plotting to steal the gems using powerful black magic. They have kidnapped the princess and turned her enchanted palace into the foul castle of haunted Halloween. The princess has never been heard of since.
Dang.
Also, oh crap, we missed Halloween by a few days.
Oh, shoot. I didn't realize this was a Halloween game. Also, yeah, I have not seen storytelling like that since the Rayman 1 days.
Yeah, the PlayStation was full of all sorts of fun little visual audio sorts of storytelling like that, and it's also applied to Miss Pac-Man Maze Madness, which, yes, I am playing the PlayStation version of the game, and all things considered, I do have a bit of a history with this game. Like I said, I actually, I do remember first hearing about this game via we all remember Radio Disney, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Long time ago.
I listened to Radio Disney. It had a commercial. It had one of those audio infomercials about the video games that they were being sponsored by at the time, and one of them was Miss Pac-Man Maze Madness.
Wow.
Right.
And that's how we can confirm that she's going to be in Kingdom Hearts.
Oh no, this was years before Kingdom Hearts was ever a thing.
Alright, Professor Pac, what can we learn about our grand adventure?
Come on in, my dear. I want to show you my latest invention. I call it the Pactrometer. Yeah!
Oh boy!
Oh, jeez, that's why you need mittens, you daft.
But I always wear mittens.
Here it is.
I guess that is true.
You can travel to the 4 wonders of Pac-Land with this. What the?
Oop.
I think someone's a little jealous of your new tech. What's that?
Not the least of which is the wicked witch behind the mirror.
I want that shiny orb.
Give me the shiny, my beauties!
Oh boy.
Oh, my ugly.
Oh, okay.
Go get the gem!
You fools! You've abducted this ugly old geezer! I wanted the pretty thing!
Hey, I have feelings too, you know.
Does this thing look like it could wear high heels? Well, if you give me a chance to work it.
I mean, considering this is the same man that also voiced Launchpad McQuack, I could totally buy that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. That is absolutely Terry.
And the Sam MX Santa.
And Lenny the Lyrebird, but that's another story.
Wasn't there another old guy he voiced that was also named Lenny, or am I thinking of a different name?
Now, I think of Larry from Walking Dead.
Larry, there we go. Larry. Anyway, Cleopatra, the very first of the lost wonders of Pac-Land we will be traveling to. Also, despite being in this kidnapped state, you can actually contact us through this thingy.
You'll be traveling first to Cleopatra. My holograph will help you find the Gem of Generosity.
Aww.
How generous.
I like to think these are just pre-recorded messages.
If in case that I have been kidnapped, please abandon all of entering and contact the local authorities. This is their matter.
'Cause I don't trust you.
But, welcome.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, the one local authority in this here world, a la Pac-Man, is currently out somewhere else. So we're the only other people, the only other, sort of authority that's left to actually take this thing down, save Professor Pac. And speaking of which, hi, it is me, Professor Pac.
Hello.
Well, not really me. This is a hologram of me.
Oh, okay.
Whenever you see my image, just come over and chat, and I will help you. You just picked up my latest invention, the Pac-Dot Radar. See a new radar display on top of the screen?
Yes.
The little yellow dots show where the Pac dots are. Cool, huh?
Fair.
Sure.
I'm okay with that.
Have fun, Miss Pac-Man.
And remember, have fun with it. So, right away, the previous Pac-Man game that we... Oh, level's completed.
Man,
No, we're just starting. So,
Boy, would that have been a very anticlimactic end to the very first level.
so the last Pac-Man game that we had recorded was the Pac-Man Adventures in Time game, which I can see some...
No, not quite. I believe we did Pac-Man World 2 beforehand.
No.
Well, no, he meant the last one we did.
The most
The last one. No, the last. Okay, never mind. The last one we did was Pac-Man World 2. But we did Pac-Man 2: The New Adventures prior to that.
Right, but then wasn't there like the PC game that we recently recorded as well?
What was it? Music.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Adventures in Time.
That's what I was
right.
thinking.
Man, it was so long ago, in that it was only like a few months.
We were so young.
Who would
But,
have
crap.
no. Oh. Well.
Ow.
Wow.
Oh, we have a health bar.
Health. Dude.
Yeah, and I better not stick around to see it depleted.
Also, I gotta say, that's a very generous health bar. It didn't look like it went down that much.
Yeah, dang, alright.
Yeah, the ghost monsters don't really hurt you for that much, but at the same time, try not to get hurt too much, because, you do still have health to look after. In front of you is a movable block.
Oh.
I cannot help you, since I am a hologram. But you can push them to clear your path. You can push them into pits to make nice flat ground. Sometimes the block gets stuck, so... well, you're on your own.
Okay. But if you weren't a hologram, I'm afraid I wouldn't be much help to you either. Surprisingly, lab and scientific work does not leave enough room for cardio, my dear lass.
I mean, look at these limbs and tell me... Look at these limbs and tell me they have definition.
Oh, I'm sorry, hologram, that you have to be sitting down. Sorry, it's so draining. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, dearie me. This device is a popper pad. It boings you into the air. Try running into it from the different directions. I invented popper pads. They are great and so easy to clean.
It's also fun when you say boing as you jump off it. Try it.
Oh, and pay no mind to all the bumps and bruises I took while cleaning the thing. Like I said, it's nice and easy.
The sentence that he was doing, starting off with "I invented," just made me think. I invented them. Stop playing with them. They're mine.
Mine. I invented slinkies.
Trust me. Now listen to me. Read your Bible. I wrote it.
What was the one? Finish this thing as well. Yeah.
Have you seen the blue key? I meant to have a blue key for you, so that you can open this blue key door.
Do you have it?
I seem to misplaced it. Maybe it's around here somewhere.
I'm still surprised they were able to get away with that kind of line in a Crash game.
Yeah?
The other one I loved was still the was it Light Bright?
Yeah, I didn't invent this, but Maya did. It's not evil. Why is it in the pile?
It's in the pile. Throws it away. Anywho, so in any case, so thinking back to Adventures in Time, I am seeing some of the similarities, but what I am liking with this is did this game come before or after Pac-Man World 1?
It came after. In fact, it's running off the exact same engine.
Okay, because I was gonna say I definitely saw elements of Pac-Man World 1's level design in this, where World 1 more so than 2 definitely looked more.
You missed some of the pellets.
Oh, no, we go back.
This is our way to get to them.
Oh dear. But yeah, like basically the fact that like Pac-Man World 1, even more so than 2, treated itself more like a like you would find mazes throughout the level design as you walked around it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this Pac-Man Maze Madness was primarily made to be a counterpart to Pac-Man World, whereas, with Pac-Man World, that was like, it treated itself as a proper 3D platformer with some elements of the actual Pac-Man Maze experience. And this Pac-Man Maze Madness is pretty much just for those that are much more familiar with, Pac-Man's, maze-like origins.
Okay.
Right, it's a more traditional adventure by comparison.
Yep. Though that being said, unlike the actual, Pac-Man mazes we've come to know beforehand, you have a lot more control over your, you have more control over yourself during these mazes, which is also kind of funny. But
Out of the fast lane. Out of the
they
way.
into your mind.
So I guess so from what I've noticed, it looks like unlike normal Pac-Man mazes, you do have the option to stop in place.
Yes, you do. And you can also eat not just ghosts, but enemies as well.
Oh, gee.
Oops.
Not even Pac-Man himself can really do that. Like, he could eat the ghosts, but if he wanted to take down enemies, well, he'd have to, he'd have to crush them with his firm behind.
Or rely on the cool flip kick thingy, but that's a whole nother game. Alright, what do you have left to say now?
This is a Pac-Dot door.
Isn't that lovely?
After you eat 115 Pac-Dots, you can open this door. You can tell by the big number I put up there.
Thank you.
Have fun! Go chomp away! You are Miss Pac-Man! No diet for you!
Whoa.
We don't want to encourage weight loss. Be a glutton and eat.
That's kind of the Pac-Man way, as it is. While we're going through this, I guess I'm curious, compared to Adventures in Time... Oh, wait.
Oh, actually, I do like this exchange.
Okay.
The switch in the little room beside us opens a door. Go into the switch room and move right to turn it on. Left turns it off. I would not do that.
Why?
Just saying. Mesmerelda made these switches. She thought you would not be smart enough to use them. But you are.
I hope.
I needed that ego boost.
Push! And,
And for those that were missing Pac-Man's traditional rev roll, don't worry, this game has it too.
oh, they got the little... the skid marks make it sound so violent. But yeah, I see that. It's like the classic Hot Wheels car, like, revers. What are these little R tokens?
Oh, they reset the block positions.
Yeah, they
Oh,
reset the block positions if in the very event you put the blocks in a place you can't really you move them from, or if you outright just goofed up the puzzle. Now, one thing I will say right now that I'm here that I do not like about Miss Pac-Man Maze Madness, this stinking door.
Right.
What's wrong with it?
When you see doors like that in a level, it means you cannot clear the level completely. You're gonna have to backtrack once you reach a certain point in the game.
Oh, we gotta get a power-up, huh?
Well, more like you need... Oh!
Ow.
More like you need a certain item to open the door.
Yep.
And do we need to complete each level in order to beat the game fully?
You don't have to beat every level fully, but it is recommended that you clear as many objectives as you can, because one thing that this game does is that it has collectible stars.
Uh-huh.
You know, kind of like Mario's Power Stars.
Yes.
You get them for clearing certain objectives, whether it be to clear a level, eat all the Pac-Dots, or eat all the fruit.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a fourth one you can get for clearing the level's time trial, which you only unlock after beating the level once.
Okay, great.
And I mean, granted, you don't have to worry about those so much, assuming you you've been very thorough up to that point.
Right.
Oh, so that's how the ghosts respawn.
Yep, through those really weird ghost spawner things.
Sci-fi land or something. Anyway, it looks like we're almost at the end, so let's just get a couple of snacks for the road.
Munch.
Wrong
Like
way to run,
the
my
Professor Pack says, who gives a shit about my weight?
Whee! Done.
Oh, are you feeling self-conscious about your weight? Well, up yours.
You know, that might explain why Miss Pack got the late retirement she did.
And I see, right?
Your eternal retirement.
And thus, yeah, I do see the issues. The fact that, behind those doors, that would be where all the other dots and fruits would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thankfully, not every level has them, but when they do, it goes to show that, if you see it, at that point, don't even worry so much about, collecting the rest, because you're going to have to come back later, because later levels do get a little stingy with their star requirements.
I also just noticed that when you were saving your game, like, the options were like save and forget it.
Forget it, Mummy Dearest.
So, how many levels per world can we expect?
Main levels, there's about 3 per world. Though sometimes they also have a mini-game attached to them as well.
Okay.
You can push this yellow TNT crate. Be careful, it will explode after a few seconds. That really hurts, but it will blow up walls and other things that block your path. So push the TNT right next to the block and get out of the way!
Okay.
How about I show you guys what happens when you don't get out of the way?
Oh, no.
Oh boy!
Oh, my...
Yeah, insta-death.
Duly noted.
Well, what'd I tell you?
Boy, not only are you fat, but you're stupid.
Oh, Jesus, Professor... No wonder they started, like, not letting you talk as much in these games.
Yeah? After this, bless his heart, Terry McGovern did get to voice him one more time, but that was only for like a brief cameo in the beginning of Pac-Man World 2.
Yeah,
Right.
Pac-Man. And that was
Terrible news!
That's all I knew
right.
him for, having an annoying voice and, according to Hype, apparently horrible misogyny.
What?
No,
Thing,
the
the
joke of
comments he
how,
was
like,
making.
it's like,
Not only
right.
are you fat, but you're stupid.
I was like, dang, Professor Pac, and oh dear.
I'm trying
But,
to think, like, sorry, just real quick, since we we're just talking about, like, Professor Pack voices, like, Is World 2 the last time he ever got to, like, vocally talk in any Pac-Man game?
As far as I'm aware, yes, because that was the only other game I could think of up until Pac-Man World 3 where the voice acting was even, present.
Right.
And now that I think about it, now that I think about it, Professor Pac-Man wasn't even in Pac-Man World 3.
He wasn't.
Which, considering that game already had its own Invader Zim knockoff, I mean, would have made sense. So I'm trying to... So what the hell am I doing?
Oh, I think
I'm forgetting...
is it the upper right block that you need to reset, or... Because I'm trying to figure out what we can use to detonate it, but... No, I think So the minute you start touching these blocks, that's going to be what activates them, right?
It just respawns them, yeah.
Okay, because I'm looking... So I can see how, like... Maybe we blow up that tree thingy?
No, you know what? I'm trying to remember. They're supposed to be... Yeah, that's what I was...
Oh,
that's what I was
portal.
neglecting. Whoops.
Fair enough.
It was not me, obviously, as a gentleman. I'm playing this with only, only 75% awake.
It's okay.
It's been kind of a longish day. With a certain blue hedgehog finally getting his next big game since Sonic Adventure 2.
That's right, he's been playing out that new game. Me, I've been editing Pikmin 3 stuff. Hype has been sitting on his laurels.
Hey.
No, you've been doing a lot. You've been doing like a bunch of like editing projects and the like.
Yeah, it's like I'm editing, voice work, and just... I've been keeping myself busy whenever we're not doing these.
Of course, no, yeah. Although now you do have me curious. I wonder what... not spoiling things. I am curious what Adrenaline dubs is as a whole, like their team. I'm curious what their reaction is going to be to the little name drop that Sonic gave in Frontiers.
I don't know if they've gone that far into it, but I will say... James, do you care if we talk about it?
I'd say probably hold your tongue on that, because I haven't got that far into the game yet.
Okay, well...
Like, I'll say, like I mentioned before, it's not a story spoiler per se, it's just a name drop that I don't think anyone was expecting.
It's like a flavor text thing. It's almost like something that Sonic can randomly say as he's exploring an overworld area.
Oh, okay. Look, a flying carpet!
I'm not jumping
Jump
on
or
it.
walk onto it and it will carry you through the air.
Okay.
You can only get on or off the carpet when it stops. Be careful, it is possible to fall off the carpet to your doom.
Oh.
I did invent a magic carpet vacuum cleaner, but it made noise and scared the carpets away.
Ah.
Well, phooey on them. Let's give it a whoa. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was about to allow us to go through the entire maze on flying carpets. Like, this is fantastic.
Also, that mummy looks rather pathetic walking around like that, huh?
He looks a little creepy to
Don't
me.
get in his line of sight because he does this.
Whoa.
Oh!
Okay.
Fooled you.
That actually, that would make me jump a little bit.
A pretzel.
A pretzel. Wetzel's pretzels.
Wait.
Where the...
You didn't do
Oh,
anything.
the button over there.
Yeah, they trick you a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. Out of the way, Toots.
Out of the way, sphere butt.
I guess, oh my gosh, now you're reminding me of a very, very cursed Nickelodeon commercial.
Oh, which one?
What's that?
Someone shared it with me. Apparently, I forget for what purpose. I don't even think Mixlot had anything to do with it. But they made a commercial that was saying, I like square butts and I cannot lie, and it featured a lot of live action women R&B dancers with, props in their behinds to make them look fully square for SpongeBob. And
I mean, it can't be any weirder than that music video that they made for Sponge Out of Water with the weird SpongeBob-shaped singers.
oh, I never saw that one yet.
I never saw that either.
It's
Oh, boy.
basically, if you want context, it's for the song that plays when SpongeBob and Patrick when SpongeBob and Plankton are traveling through time in the universe.
Right.
They made a music video for that song, and the visuals they have for it are, let's just say, they're about as trippy as the song itself.
Is it any more or less cursed than the age-old Rayman PS1 commercial from back in the day?
Oh, I forgot about that one.
This is a man named Ray.
Not that one, but that one's good too. There was one that came out later that was highlighting the PS1 version of the game, where this one guy was playing the game. He got into it.
Yeah.
and it's sooner eventually like he was undergoing like a transformation.
Oh no.
He was literally transforming into a Rayman.
I actually remember that. The whole my life as a teenage Rayman.
That has got to be A, traumatic to just suddenly just lose your arms, and number two, who would have thunk that years later they would attempt to recreate that commercial with SNOOPDOGG.
Right.
What?
That's his rap. I'm making a joke because that's how he sometimes refers to himself rhythmically in the song by calling himself SNOOPDOGG.
Oh, okay. It didn't. My brain did not register that you were trying to spell his name.
Sorry. The other thing I was thinking of, like a lame white guy attempting to say all this, was that another like funny little bit was from Futurama. So they did have him as a guest star because in the future, try not to hopefully not spoil. I mean, it's an old show. The one of the classic like bits of humor on the show of Futurama is that they would have celebrities, for the most part, usually playing themselves as like, you know, preserved head in a jar versions of themselves in the future.
Yeah.
Right.
And so one of them was it's the new global Supreme Court, and one of the Reverend Honored Justices, they just straight up, like right away, they're like, all right, presiding of the court is Senior Justice DOGG, and it's just him. And it's like, hey, I can't do it. I'm not gonna attempt that Snoop Dogg impression.
No, that's fine.
what the-
Actually, funnily enough, I think they were actually able to get him on board to record for the revival before he passed.
Wait, Snoop Dogg passed?
Wait a minute, it was a... I don't know if it was him. I know it was another famous person that passed away that was able to be on Futurama beforehand.
Yeah, because I was about to say, I'm pretty sure Snoop Dogg's still alive.
Okay, then who am I thinking of then?
I'll look him up. Futurama celebrity cameos. Well, I looked that up. While we're also while we're listening to this, may I say, one of the biggest reasons. Oh dear. One of the can that actually kill enemies? Let's find out.
It can, but you know they'd have to be close enough to the TNT to be blown up by it.
Bomberman, this is not. But in any case, oh my gosh. Thank goodness for these health news.
Today, old senior.
I loved the young people when I was alive.
See, this is why Miss Pac-Man was always late to the rehearsals. She always had to deal with this bugger nuts whenever she tried to reapply as the title, the role of Miss Pac-Man.
It's like, why is it that every time there is traffic, it is always you? I'm just having my own business. Anywho, sorry. While I'm looking this up, we'll say that one of the other big things.
hello.
Oh, what's wrong, dude?
Step on the switches on the floor and in the correct order to open the door.
Alrighty. So it is completely random. Whoop, there we go.
No, it's always set.
Oh, okay. But yes, the other thing I was gonna say is that whenever I've brought up this game, and James, oh my, cup runneth over. One of the biggest things that I would always bring about this game, and I still think it holds up, is I really dig its soundtrack.
Oh
yeah, the soundtrack is really good.
Yeah, like Cleopactra is definitely one I hear a lot of people gushing over whenever they talk about the game's soundtrack.
For me,
It's easily the biggest highlight of the entire soundtrack, next to, personally speaking, the second level of Pac-Ping Harbor.
for me, I guess now I'm wondering if it's an unpopular opinion or at the very least a lesser known one. Is for me, I love the one from I think it's the Crystal Caves or Mines.
Which one specifically?
I think level 2.
Level 2 soundtrack is pretty good. Also, watch out for the Tootin' fatties over here because they launch a spell at Miss Pac-Man if they see her.
Okay.
But you can still eat them, like so.
Die, Anubis.
Oh, anyone else hear that blood-curdly scream they made?
Yes.
It's best not to think about it.
Oh yeah, no, that's honestly, like, most of the enemies have a similar inflection of, like, literally, you know, that's the appropriate reaction to literally getting your flesh, like, literally consumed.
Right? It's freaky. Why do I do it?
In fact, I was hoping there'd be another one so I'd show another demonstration.
We'll hear from
a
another.
star.
Oh, hey.
Oh, cool, I was able to get on the pack dots, so I got me a star.
Huh. That's actually surprising considering we found another one of those stupid progress blocking doors earlier. I guess we got
Yeah,
lucky.
but I think that's only because they were blocking the way to more fruit.
How many stars do you need to beat the game?
I don't remember exactly, but
Don't you need one for every stage?
yeah, you do get one for beating a stage, yes.
Okay.
So
Also,
either way, I do still think it is recommended to try to get every star you possibly can on your when you get to a certain level, whether it be getting them via the dots, the fruits. I mean, the score's obviously going to be when you beat the level.
right, and just just go through with a fine tooth comb. And honestly, the time trial one actually doesn't.
Right
look
down
all
there
that-
below. Forget it.
Forget it.
Yeah, forget it. And actually, I was looking at. So I assume the time trial one honestly shouldn't even be that bad. Just don't get distracted by all the dots and just keep beelining it.
I do believe they work sort of similarly to like the time trial comets from Mario Galaxy 2, where you are under a short time limit, but there are the occasional clocks you'll run across which will extend your timer.
Okay. Oh, okay. Then I guess you're saying. Also,
And they can get a little stingy with them sometimes. So obviously, you better book it.
yeah.
Also, damn it, he was way over there,
Oh.
but thankfully I got a spare.
Let's be upstairs. Also, I looked it up. So, hype. Another one I found was. Were you thinking of Leonard Nimoy? Because I know he was on Futurama a couple times.
Well, no, I remember because they made this thing about how, like, it's someone that was in Futurama, passed
Oh
away,
yeah. No. Now I remember what you're talking about. Yes, sorry. You're talking about Coolio.
Coolio, that's it, thank you.
Yeah, he was the Kwanzaa bot.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
poor Kwanzaa.
I know he did some very fun things. Still, one of my favorite jokes was he gets asked a question. I see. Don't fall for the trap. Let it blow up first.
Well, no, I gotta actually push this
Oh,
over there
actually,
first.
I see. Okay, double multi-step puzzle. But basically, he's like talking about. He's asking. That's right. It was the episode where Bender was filling in for Robot Santa, voiced by John Goodman. Also does a fun job. The longest time, for some reason, I thought it was John DiMaggio, but no, that'd be silly.
Well, I mean, he's already Bender, so why would he pull triple duty?
right.
Or maybe double. I don't know who else he actually voiced in Futurama besides Bender.
I should actually look that up. But for now, I will say that basically it's when Bender's filling in for Santa. He rolls up beside Kwanzaa bot. He's like, "What are you up to?" And he's like, now I'm just handing out these again this year. And it's a book that's just titled, "What is Kwanzaa?" and he's like,
Oh
man,
shit!
oh. And he's just sitting there going like, man, he's just like, man, it's been 2,300 years and I'm still handing these books out.
I'm gonna try something here.
Oh, let's see if he says it.
Oh,
no! Jeez.
Got him.
Yeah, I agree. That was absolutely the reaction he should have had to literally like that was the fear of God put in him. Or fear of Ra.
Come on. Oh! So close, yet so far.
Is there... But I assume that's just for score. Like, it's not gonna, like, actually, like... It's not required to eat everything in the level.
Oh, absolutely not. It's purely for score.
Okay.
I know the game does encourage you to try to get a high score whenever possible, but I don't remember if you unlock anything for getting a high enough score in every other level.
I think where the key would be...
Oh, I know where it is. It's in the next area.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. You can backtrack. All right.
So they do expect you to do a little bit of backtracking. Only a little, though. Actually, now that I think about it, I think the key should be... Yeah, it's over there.
Well, now it's time for me to do this, because my head is a bopping, my toes are a tapping, and now it's time to actually look up who did this music.
Whoever they are, they definitely deserve their kudos. If they haven't already.
It looks like one... John Holland. I should look up what he has done. Because, yeah, no. I'm digging his work. Let's see. Music. Let's see. John Holland on IMDb. Oh! He was known for doing the music for Vector Man.
Oh, wow, nice.
Vector Man 2. He did a game called Goosebumps Attack of the Mutant. Never played that game. And
That sounds like that might have been a PC game.
probably. And then like according to IMDb, his last known work was Maze Madness.
Aw, that sucks.
Let's see.
I mean, hey, you know what? He ended off on it on a high note.
Oh, actually, so apparently he did an interview in 2013 with let's see. So he did an interview with a YouTuber named Valentin Kozin, and basically did he basically did an interview discussing everything that he had done from Vector Man to, I guess he just does normal It looks like he just does like now just his own regular EDM music now.
Oh,
okay.
EDM.
So he just what's the word? He mostly just does his own music and just posts them wherever.
I guess so. Now that makes me curious.
Oh,
Hang on.
All right.
Well, I'm looking.
Also, yeah, like what has the dude done since his days of doing music for video games?
Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. I'm curious. I'm trying to see if I can find him on this. Oh wait, actually, was there a Wikipedia article for him? Let me go back. Go back. While I'm doing this, we'll say, now that we are getting through to this, it is still our goal to do something for Pac-Man World 1. And
Oh, right, and we have an interesting idea in mind for Pac-Man World, especially considering we now have Repack as a thing.
Yes.
But we're gonna wait on that until that update they promised launches, where they actually properly credit the original Pac-Man World developers.
Wait, they did. That's not in the original remake thing. And that wait, so number
Nope,
one,
they-
it's not in the game already, and number two, they still haven't added the credits yet.
Not yet.
That should not be taking them that long.
Maybe they're just making sure that every single person that they need to credit is properly credited.
probably.
All I'm saying
As far as I'm aware.
all you gotta do is just take like 2 to 3 hours out of your day to just have someone beat Pac-Man World 1, or just look up a YouTube video and just copy down every name that they see in the credits at the end. It's almost like the credits have already done for you. But anyway, that's no business of mine.
I mean, honestly, I don't know what the heck they're actually doing beyond that. Maybe they're trying to see if they can clean out a couple other cobwebs they noticed with the game's release.
Yeah, it could be.
But that's not for me to judge at the given moment. I still thought the remake was fine.
It looked fine. It looked like it accomplished what it needed to do.
I'm a little. I mean, I guess it's been a couple of months. I mean, there's no point not spoiling. What's I'm trying to say? There's no point in trying to hold back spoilers. I mean, obviously
For that game, nah.
Yeah, no, like Pac-Man's still being piloted by a ghost. The ghost's name, well,
Orson.
as we used to know him, was Orson. The remake doesn't acknowledge that. They just outright call him Pac-Man's parentheses ghost parentheses.
I'm trying to think. Did Pac-Man 1 itself ever refer to him as Orson?
You'd only see his name if you unlock that game's blooper reel.
Okay, because I was about to say, like, I know for a fact they call him by his name in World 3.
Oh yeah, that was like the one time where they actually did acknowledge him by name aside from said bloopers. Which I guess is one thing I will say against Pac-Man World Repack. They didn't bring it back.
Oh, well.
Hey, where was I going? Oh yeah, I was dropping down. But I mean, yeah, once you've seen the whole gameplay loop, you pretty much know how the game works from here on out. It's like, it's still a typical maze, traveling dot munching sort of adventure full with keys, fruit, ghost monsters, and you name it.
I think it's just a it's not standardized. It's like, oh, you just mediocre, average,
How are
run of
you
the mill.
supposed to
No,
get up?
I think it's just I see. Just drop into it.
Oh, okay.
Into the fun. But
I thought
no,
it was more complex than that.
Join in the fun.
join in the line. But no, just straight up. I mean, from what I'm seeing, this just looks like a nice little casual Pac-Man adventure. Just losing yourself in the satisfaction of clearing these mazes, and oh dear goodness, it's an Egyptian Blinky.
Oh, no.
Okay, well,
Weirdly enough, this is like the only level I can immediately think of where the ghost monsters actually do dress up for the occasion. Like, for the second level, they're pretty much themselves. Third level, I know they carry barrels around sometimes. And then the fourth level, I think they still just stick to their regular selves, not even those fancy-looking Frankenstein ghost monsters we saw in the intro.
That's a bit of a...
I actually like I even like the sprite work that we're seeing on these wall murals and stuff. Even
It all tells the tale of how Pac-Man took out the ghostly menace from
the ghosts.
their latest Egyptian football game.
Now I'm just trying to think of, like, an Arabic remix of the Pac-Man theme.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's been done, at least at some point in time. Whoop!
Oh, no. Get away.
Oh yeah, you know what? I wouldn't be able to do anything about that, so never mind. Ah, crap, that was stupid!
Oh,
Now, let's try this, and hope that... Damn it, missed it by a few inches.
Like, what is the point I don't know if they talked about it yet, but what is the point of the boxes with the skull on it?
Those are nitro boxes.
Oh.
Push into one, well, you played Crash, haven't you?
Well, I know, it's just that I don't remember if Professor Pac ever taught us about them or not.
He has not. Though I think the skull and crossbones may as well be the obvious indicator of don't mess with them.
I mean, that is also fair. Do you think it's fair, Logan?
Not one bit.
Well, what are you gonna do about it?
I'm gonna anchor those frickin' bastard boxes to the ground so they don't get to start hopping and bouncing every so often, ruining a run when I'm trying to go for a perfect insane relic or whatever in Crash 4 for the umpteenth time.
I mean, okay, Crash 4, they you know, they did that on purpose because of certain, like, you know, level geometry. I still don't understand why they did that for the sake of Crash Insane Trilogy when I remember, like, distinctly in the original Crash Bandicoot Trilogy, it's true that the Nitro boxes did sort of bounce a little bit, but it's like they never really hopped much. They really didn't hop so much. They just shook a bit.
Right, just like they were supposed to look volatile, like trembling, like with energy, like not only do they hop, but one guy. So there's this one YouTuber who did he did his own challenge sort of video, but you know, not really doing it as a challenge. He was more so like just looking into the logistics and. Yeah.
If it's who I think it is, yeah, I love the videos they did of the 3 games doing it.
Effectively, yeah. The challenge, James, was: would it be possible to beat all of the Crash Bandicoot games, specifically in Insane Trilogy, I believe? But would it be possible to beat all of those games if every single
box was a Nitro crate?
Right. So not going for 100% completion, obviously, but just is it possible to like avoid them and like duck and weave around them? And he found in his studies that the Insane Trilogy boxes are legitimately, like, they bounce so, like, hard sometimes. If you actually were to wait, like, an obscene amount of time, mind you, if you were to wait an obscene amount of time, it would be actually possible for them to glitch and, like, literally lift each other up because they're both bouncing on top of one another and actually, like, alter their geometry.
And it's also possible, like, not only that, but they can apparently, like, when they collide into each other, there's a chance that they could just detonate each other.
I mean, that is pretty nuts.
But yeah, honestly, they're just really fun videos, and like the whole notion of like, oh, can you beat the games if every box is a Nitro crate? With one exception, you know, because he technically had to cheat in order to make it work. It's actually more feasible than you think it is.
Well, that's good. I mean, I'd imagine it would require like obvious, like very careful, like platforming and all that.
Right,
yeah,
like,
definitely.
Honestly, like, it's platforming, and I think there's only 2 levels out of the 3 games. I think there's only 2 levels where he had to go, like, really out of his way to get through in order to, like, conquer the levels with it. One was in Crash 2, which was the second polar level.
Yes,
because of, like, the boxes in the front, because the thing that I didn't notice until they pointed out, in the Insane Trilogy...
For free! And we found the Gem of Generosity.
Now we're feeling a little more generous inside.
I'm gonna give this game a 6 out of 9.
Good enough.
Anyway, go ahead, Hype.
I was about to say, so, something I didn't know until he pointed out in the Insane Trilogy, you know how, like, Crash does that animation where he, like, tackles Polar, you know, before he starts riding on him? Apparently, in the Insane Trilogy, you are set to go in that direction, which means that, like, the 4 boxes at the beginning, you're always going to climb into those boxes no matter what, whereas you can apparently avoid them in the original.
Yep, they give you control over your momentum a lot more frequent, a lot sooner. And then the third one, I think he was able to beat. No, that's right. He was able to beat the third game entirely, except for maybe Future Tense. But
the thing with the third one is that like he was able to beat it, but there was one level where he technically had to sequence break in order to get through it because in order to properly get through it, he needed the Fruit Bazooka.
Right. Yeah, that's what he did. He basically did a glitch to get the Fruit Bazooka early. But all right.
So yeah, now we're on to the next level, boys. Should we go ahead and keep going, or take a quick pause?
Real quick, how many worlds? There's only 4 worlds, right?
There's 4 worlds in total, yeah.
That's it. Let's do it.
Oh, technically there's 4 worlds, and a 5th one you unlock after you technically beat the first 4.
I think we can do one more world.
Alrighty, Crystal Caves, baby.
Alright.
What can you tell us about this one, old Paxter?
For the right mixture of pancake batter, make sure to use 1 teaspoon of...
Good luck finding the gem of truth. Wrap up warm and beware Pac-Foot.
Pac-Foot.
Pac-Foot?
Pac-Foot.
That sounds like a condition.
Beware Professor, my name is Miss Pac-Man. Who you tell me to... Oh!
That Pac-Foot.
That is a very creepy render. That's like the frickin' like ski-free Yeti.
Ski-free Yeti if he were brought into the 3rd dimension.
Da, da, da.
Also, I apologize. It wasn't level 2. It was this. This is the theme that I enjoy the most.
Alrighty, yeah, no, this song's pretty good. I guess this is something I can bring up real quick, considering I actually do have a pretty extensive knowledge about this game beyond just the PlayStation version. Because the game, well, this isn't all, well, what we're hearing right now, I know, is not Red Book audio. Like, they had to compress it a little bit, kind of like what they did with Pac-Man World 1, so some of the music is a little higher pitched. Although I know later other versions of Miss Pac-Man Maze Madness do use the regular Red Book audio, namely the Dreamcast version of the game. Which I was actually debating using that version of the game instead for the channel, though it's one of those things where, like, in some ways it is a better version, but it does feel like there's some things that they were missing. Like, this is... Like, the version I'm playing right now was developed, you know, in-house by Namco's Home Tech division, whereas others were reported via, what is the name of the company? Mass Media. Basically, the developers that have the elephant as their mascot.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
The elephant that's standing on top of a little fat TV.
Yeah. Okay, I remember that one. Yeah.
I do know as
Oh,
far
wait.
as...
Oh.
Shit, that was stupid. Whoops!
Oh,
Hold on a second.
There you go.
Resetti. I do know as far as, like, differences goes, like, I know the N64 version is different in a sense of, like, it actually got rid of some of the levels.
It got rid of a couple of levels, and I know that they obviously couldn't keep the FMV cutscenes. Not to mention, I know some of the music had to be even more compressed, to a point where, like, they couldn't even keep, like, the entire, like, melodies in them. It's one of those games that, it's... That being said, though, the N64 is kind of a weird version in that, despite its technical faults, it's weirdly got the better looking Miss Pac-Man out of a lot of them, because this one's nearly missing her damn eyebrows.
Oh yeah, you're right. They're like drawn. Yeah, especially when you get that close, they actually look more like they look like they're starting to gray. Like she's an elderly Miss Pac-Man.
She's literally in her golden years.
She's a pack granny.
I still know how to eat a ghost or two.
You sure do, sweetie.
In this day and age, she totally would be living in her golden years.
Well, but by that logic, wouldn't Pac-Man be as well?
Pac-Man at least knows how to keep himself young.
Yeah.
He uses moisturizer.
L'Oreal, because he's worth it.
Remember when Pac-Man used to sponsor Arby's?
Actually, when?
Long time ago.
That was like well before we were born, to be fair.
Okay.
Very long. Hang on, I'm checking something here.
Man, now I want to use.
He is here.
Who's here?
John Holland has his own YouTube channel.
Oh, cool.
Called John Holland TV, in which he hasn't made too many videos. It looks like I literally count. I think only
Whoa.
he only has 11 videos, but he was uploading as recently as 3 years ago. But I mean, as long as if he's still staying active, he also has an
Oh, hey, Pac-Foot.
he also has an active Facebook page in which he has been, making various posts and things, discussing, inspirations and new projects. So he's still active. I just for the life of me can't find where he's like active right now. Oh,
So whenever you see Pac-Foot on the screen, he's only really there just to cause tremors that will bring stalactites down.
I was gonna say, he looks a bit chubbier from his magazine Vogue model
Yeah.
shoot from the loading screen.
Yeah, no, the lower poly count didn't really do any favors for his hips.
He's less ski-free yet. He's less ski-free Yeti and more Eddie Yeti now.
Eddie?
Yeah, the mean old Yeti.
I don't know, I think Eddie the Needle Yeti looks a little more fit than this guy does.
Okay, I guess that's fair.
Unless maybe he's hiding under all that fur.
You'll never know. Who knows? I mean, you gotta. I mean, all I'm saying. Ow. All I'm saying is that if Donkey Kong's head is literally just hidden underneath his hair tuft, I have to imagine any of that.
Also,
is like
something worth mentioning is that this thing in the Dreamcast version sounds like a whimpering dog.
Well, I'm glad they kept the sound. I'm glad that at least for this version they kept the sound effect.
I know it's a very specific thing for me to mention, but that's just something that immediately came to my mind looking at this guy do it. Ouch! Jumping up and down like the idiot he is.
Which version? I guess I don't. I forget if you already mentioned it. Which version of the game did you own?
I owned the PS1 version later, but I first played this game via the N64 version via Blockbuster rental. Do I actually turn it? Okay, yeah, I still gotta go the other way to get that blue key. So they expect you to go through both paths, which is, very good of them. It is really funny thinking back on like all the types of fruit that was in the original Pac-Man, and one of them, well, not even so much a fruit, it's a goddamn pretzel.
Uh-huh.
But they still held on to that tradition anyway, hence why we have pretzel on our person.
And I'm okay with that. I'd rather eat a pretzel than a freaking key.
Yeah, or freaking space bug.
Yeah, or a galaxy ship.
I'm trying to think what I do next. Oh, I know what I gotta do. I knew what I gotta do. So sometimes these little. One thing that you could say can either be a benefit or a detriment to this Pac-Man. Get used to all these block puzzles, because there's a lot of them.
Fair enough. Also, okay, so I did look it up. I guess, well, for the sake that you showed it off, and by all accounts, if you want to go and show it off later, nothing's stopping you. But I did look into it, so gold stars are not required for story completion. They're only there for... where is it? Here it is.
You say that. I have had, like, the very rare case where, like, I was going to go to another level, and then the game would tell me, I need this many stars to proceed.
Huh. Well, according to this fact that I've found from 2012, they claim that it's only for bonus rounds and secret stages, but that may be misinformed then.
Now that I think about it, what version is it highlighting?
This is the... Let's see, scrolling down. Dreamcast version.
Huh, okay. I mean, yeah, that does... I feel like that has to be misinformed, because I definitely had cases, like, way back when I was younger, where, like, I didn't get that many stars, and then I went to another level, and it's like, sorry, you can't proceed without this many stars.
Oh, actually, it's also referencing the N64 version.
Maybe that's it. Well, then again, the N64 version... I mean, now that I think about it, I'd imagine, like, probably the only version of the game that probably isn't as stingy about that is the Game Boy Advance version that came later.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna look this up. Let's see what I can find.
Alrighty.
Meanwhile, Hype.
What's up?
Are you at all interested in picking up Frontiers later?
Eventually. Like, I know... Like, the positive reception I've been hearing from a lot of people is definitely making me more convinced. Like, I might, provided I have money left over by the time me and my folks go out on another errand run, I might pick up the Switch version of the game, because, like I mentioned before, out of all the modern consoles, that's the only one I could feasibly play the game on, because I don't trust myself to really handle the PC version that well.
Alrighty.
But that being said, I might get it. It looks nice. The only critique that I have for the game so far, and me and James were actually talking about this before you came in, is with the... And I feel like I'm gonna piss off a lot of people, because I know this is one of the biggest things they've been loving about the game so far. I don't mind the story or the characterizations from what I'm seeing so far. I'm not sure if I really like the voice direction that Frontiers has.
Well, the most I've... Well,
before we bring that, before we go any further into that, we have ourselves a bonus round, and watch how much of a train wreck this is going to be.
All right, let's see. It's very impressive first image.
It's a race.
Oh boy.
Get on the cat sled. What a dork.
We are big gas guzzling snowmobile assault platforms.
Pictures have a little doggy sled and a mare and kitty.
Wait, where's the kitty?
I just have to spin the D-pad in a circle and knock you bozos off the track.
Oh, I guess it's talking about our side, but, okay, let's see what happens here. It's a...
What the freaking heck is this? Whoa, Bessie.
Wow. That was the spin attack that this thing has. And, yeah, I mean, this is pretty much, it's a race to see if you can get to the end in time while also collecting as many Pac Dots and fruit as you can. I believe you still have, if you, what the? What just happened?
I guess you got hit by something so hard that it, like, knocked you back a little bit. Or it was trying to load the air. Whoa!
Miss Pac-Man?
Okay, so I see. Basically, don't hit the icicles, otherwise that will happen. Also, yeah, no, I'm just... Sorry, I'm thinking of Yosemite. When I say whoa, you whoa!
You whoa!
This isn't... Oh, jeez. Also, why do ghosts... Also, why do ghosts sound like jaguars when they're knocked away?
Oh, that's not the ghost. That's the canine.
Oh, that's the dog.
Canine that we're that's
spinning.
The dog slash. They say it's a cat, but I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be a wolf.
That absolutely.
Or no, a saber-tooth tiger.
Oh, then okay. I was about to what? Miss Pac-Man just at the whims of the physics engine, but yeah, I guess it is supposed to be saber-tooth. Because I mean, I thought that was what they're doing was sled dogs, but.
That's essentially what it's supposed to be, but the ghosts are cheating and using gas guzzling snowmobile platform stinks!
I love how it showed you both fading into the distance.
So, thankfully, if you want to clear the game, you don't have to worry about beating this. And honestly, I'm grateful, because this thing is, this minigame's a piece of shit.
It looks very, very frantic.
So much...
Like, good.
I was just gonna say, so much so that this is one of the levels that they nixed from the N64 version.
Really?
I mean, good on them. Like, this level's not that good. Bye, fellas!
Even the ghosts annoyed with what's going on. Also, is there... because you have to get first. Oh, that's...
I have to get first, I have to get all that. It may as well have been a waste of time.
But you got to show it off. Also, that gave...
Because thankfully, we can just go straight to Pacfooticus Stompicus.
Alrighty. Stompicus. Yes. Wait, what were we talking about? We just mentioned the,
Something about Sonic Forces, how the voice acting is.
So the big thing I had heard...
Oh, that's right. Almost forgot. This is also the game that brings back the square-headed cavemen.
Oh. I haven't seen these things in a while, and it looks like they're still out to get you, but again, you can kill them now. You can eat them.
Yep, we can eat it. Would this had to be considered some form of cannibalism.
Yeah. Wait, are they pack people?
I mean, they're square in shape, but I mean...
I don't know.
Maybe?
I think their heads are quite square compared to the lovable round shape of a pack. So I don't think this is cannibalism. At worst, it's manslaughter.
Well, it's an accident. They call it manslaughter.
Yeah, they just.
So that's what they call the spaghetti sauce.
Da-da-da. But yeah, no. The thing I was thinking was okay, and this is avoiding plot spoilers. The big thing that I had heard that someone thought that some comments people were thinking that yes they do like, at least with the voice direction and stuff, is they liked that Sonic seems to be in this game genuinely just very wholesome and nice with his friends. Like,
well,
which I mean that is a characteristic of Sonic I do appreciate.
Well, here's the thing, Logan. We're not talking about like the characterization or the writing. That part we have no problem with. I said it was the voice direction because like I feel like I get that people are wanting serious stuff. They're sick and despise anything cartoony. I feel like the voice direction in Frontiers, from what I've seen anyway, it could get better for all I know. It's very monotone.
By the way, lava is dangerous. I wanted to make sure I got that point across. Please proceed.
I will say one more time. Oh, you can kind of like harden it and make it quickly walk.
Again, cool, huh?
Oh.
So, I mean, this time it's cool because it cools the lava.
So why is there ice right next to lava and nothing has happened? Namco, explain. But I said very quick. Fair enough. Did you see the really quick hype? Did you see the Winnie the Pooh becomes president animation?
I saw that you posted it. I haven't gone to watch it.
Okay, we're gonna watch it after this. It was very fun. I just love how it just keeps. I love how this poor bear keeps getting escalated. First, you've now become the small-time manager of a family mom and pop store. Oh, now you've become the CEO of a booming industry. Now you run for Senate and have become president somehow. More on that later.
I mean, I'd like to have Freddie LaPoo as my president.
I'll be fine with that. Imagine if that's how that system actually worked. Like, because normally on elections, that's all I'll talk about this for now. On elections, you can actually like do write-in ballots in case you don't like either of the two candidates. But most people, it's like a famous like throwaway is that if you don't know who to vote for, a lot of people will do a write-in vote for Mickey Mouse or Bugs Bunny. But that just now got me thinking, what if that's actually how that worked and just enough people and it's like, okay,
You know what? I'm sure I probably won't do it because I'd probably get a lot of people mad at me. I'm half tempted to have a write-in vote for Wario.
First of all, no one's gonna know. Second of all, you're the one who recorded an entire seminar class on reading Donald Trump lines as the Joker, and everyone loved, or as Albert Wesker, and everyone loved
Yeah, as
it.
Wesker.
I think you'll be fine.
Well, the thing is, they love it because they couldn't tell, like, unless you're just, like, really privy into politics, no one could tell who I was quoting.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it honestly sounded like something the Joker would say.
Or Wesker would say either of
Or
them.
Wesker, yeah.
The other thing I remember.
I mean, either or is valid.
Yes. The other thing I remembered learning, the other one similar to that I recalled watching.
Oh shit!
Oh, what's going on?
Pac-Foot is afoot.
Oh no. The other thing I remember a little bit of was that. What's up?
I'm just trying to think which direction I want to push the X cube. Like I could go either way. Or
You weren't even near the shadow.
like, jeez.
Oh dearie me. Oh dear. Oh dear.
At very least,
Oh, dearie me. Did I leave the stove on?
Motherfucking piece of shit. That's a whole nother line. So sorry. That was something from a long time ago. I'll explain more later. Anywho, the other thing I was thinking of out loud, totally not just to myself, was I remembered seeing I think it was in Mad, it may have been in an issue of Mad, was someone did something similar to that where it was guess who's just to make it fair, literally the way it went was it was a huge collection of quotes from both characters, and you had to good thing that didn't shatter it. Ow.
I mean, yeah, those ice cubes are sturdy, unlike my poor spheric body.
Okay, and there is a drop shadow. There's sometimes a drop shadow helps. Sometimes it doesn't fully load. Anyway,
Well, it's not even fully loaded. It feels like the actual hitbox for the drop shadow is sometimes bigger than the shadow itself. Because I've seen times where James is just like right next to the shadow, but it still falls on him.
Oh, alright, I didn't even bother you that guy earlier. I shall proceed.
You're fine. But yeah, the other thing I remembered off the top of my head was that I do recall there was also. It was basically between the two characters. It was, can you guess who said which quote between Mitt Romney and Montgomery Burns? And unfortunately, there were some moments where you're like, oh wow, I think he may just be out of touch.
Yeah.
No, it's the children that are wrong.
No, it has to be. And that was Skinner.
Yeah, it's Skinner. I just that's just the thing I think of whenever I hear people talking about being out of touch.
For me,
that's fair. Because I mean, you know, that is a
truly out of touch. The other thing I thought.
Nice.
The other thing I'm thinking.
Fancy.
The other thing I'm suddenly thinking of.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, they're hanging men.
Whoa!
Now we got that saber-tooth tiger that was helping us with the race is now our enemy. But don't worry. Assuming you don't mind the fur.
I'm just seeing that. Oh.
Devil to him.
This is why Miss Pac-Man was never brought back hype. She is ruthless.
Well, yeah, I imagine that's the case. Like,
she's a cold-blooded killer.
Pac-Man, at least, has standards to only devour ghosts.
You know what? I bet Pac-Mom wouldn't stand for this animal cruelty.
You know what? That's probably why she got the job in the first place. And Woolly Packeth.
See, I'm just
I need a moody mammoth.
I looked at that, and the first thing I thought was when you said Pac-Mammoth or whatever. All of a sudden, I just looked at that and just I half expected it to just suddenly open its mouth like the Canadians in South Park and just go,
Be careful, you're really low on health here.
Are there checkpoints in this game?
One more good steamroll. One more good steamroll after that, and I'm gone.
Are there checkpoints in this game?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are. The green check marks.
Oh, doy. Okay, but it looks like we're actually almost at the end, I think. Just
Yep,
one.
we're home free!
Yay!
I was about to say, otherwise you're doing pretty solid on lives there.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, no, we're definitely not game overing anytime soon.
Yeah, like, aside from that one time you demonstrated the TNT box, I don't think you lost any lives.
Nice.
Yeah, dead offhand, I can't think of any other time I actually died so far. But given how sharp the difficulty can spike up, you know, there could still be more times.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see.
Also,
New multiplayer map.
Oh yeah, there is multiplayer in this game.
There is, and we'll show that off after we're done with all this. After we're done with the main campaign here, because I figured it would be worth showing at least once.
Oh, boy.
Lovely.
We're already like, okay, I'll get my controller fingers ready.
Don't worry, if it means anything, you guys are going to be about on as much even footing as I'll be,
Huh?
because it's pretty much just, well, it's Pac-Man.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you have to deal with a freezer burn or anything.
I don't want to deal with that, but all right, last level before we get that gem. But while we're going
no.
through,
I forget what the gem for this one is. I think it's the Gem of Truth or something like
look
that.
that up.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. They're just gems of multiple colors and fancy names.
Once you've collected all 8 pieces of the Triforce and 3 Idia of Courage, you will be able to move forward and collect the final precursor orb needed to get the final Bobby Horse Dream Hotel gem.
The what?
And with that, you'll be able to collect the 7 Rainbow Gems of Virtue.
And become Super Miss Pac-Man.
But not Super Miss Pac-Man, that's from a different franchise. The Super Miss Pac-Man.
And this is that part where sorry, the quote, the quote still popped in my head of, "We lost Stephen."
Literally. One thing that's also worth mentioning, I probably should have brought it before, you only control Miss Pac-Man through the directional buttons. Like, literally, nothing else in... Well, okay, so... Also the, control stick if you have DualShock support. Nothing else really matters in this game, aside from the buttons controlling how close you want the camera to be.
Right.
That's literally it. Everything else is just, you move around as normal.
Okay.
Also, whoops, wait, what am I? Oh, you know what? I realized what I'm doing wrong. I forgot to put back the bridge.
Oh.
How did we lose the bridge? Oh, that's right. That's right. That's fragile.
Because my shop-ass heels broke them down.
Its form and function.
These boots were made for stomping.
That's just what they're doing.
I mean, they are high heels.
And one of these days, these boots are gonna take out Pac-Mom and I'll get my family back.
All I'm saying is that I just wait. How do we? Oh, I see. You have to like just be quick about it. Phew.
Yeah, and be mindful, and yeah, especially be quick about it because those lava
Lava rock thingies.
Those lava rock platforms will not last.
Okay. Oh, that's right. The other 2 things I was thinking out loud was, do you ever find yourself really needing this Pac-Radar thing?
It can help, because, very rarely, not often, but very rarely, you'll have, like, you might accidentally miss a dot or 2.
Okay.
Otherwise, you'll usually tell that you've gotten all the Pac dots when you get a little, well done, prompt on top of your head.
Okay.
Like, otherwise, it is fairly helpful in case especially if, like, say, you're, like, way up there, and you cleared up that entire pack of Pac
I'm
dots.
gonna go all the way down there. Quick!
Ooh, that was close.
Yes, it was. These cheaters taking diagonal corners.
Yeah, seriously. I don't get those privileges.
Never. Also, yeah, the other thing I was thinking was with Pac-Mom, it's like the big thing with Pac-Mom that we've discussed is the thing that throws me off is the inconsistency with her, in particular her eye-shaped design compared to every other Pac person.
Yeah, between her and Paxis, that whole change in eyes, like eye shape, is kind of weird.
I think the thing that bugs me the most is the lack of nose.
Oh yeah, that's right. You know, because you know what it is. I remember now why it always throws me off. It's because when I look at her, when I look at Pac-Mom, I don't. The first thing I think of when I see her is not a Pac person. It reminds me of freaking Happy, the emoji from the Emoji Movie.
Oh yeah.
Well, just because like just the shape, the same eye shape, and
Ow!
Oh, you big meanie!
Oh, I see what we gotta do. Down you go.
Stop it! Fucking Neanderthal! Get away from me!
There's my name.
Actually, now, random thought, because I've been thinking about this now. Even if we have to potentially not, I say even as though it's like, oh, yeah, woe is me. We would have to like ask for help. No, I would not be against it. Would we be up for considering doing any of the Bomberman 64 games with Mecha's help potentially if none of us wanted to do it?
I mean, I'm not against it. The only thing about Bomberman 64 in particular is, getting all those gold cards to get the best ending.
Oh yeah.
Because some of them are deceptively hidden, and it doesn't help either that game makes liberal use out of its very finicky bomb jump mechanics.
Oh, I see how to do it. You have to go to the left, reset the ice block, and then push it up top. So push this one to the left, and then go across, and reset the one on the left, and this time
Reset
push
that,
it up.
Push this one up.
And
And thus you have melted ice.
But I have no idea. But how do we get to
2
that
bucks.
guy? Oh, I see. Just be quick. Doink.
Pac be nimble, Pac be quick.
It does throw you off because you think when you reset the blocks, it also like gets rid of the blocks that they make there in the lava.
Right, that's what I thought it would be. Was like, oh, it undoes any progress that you had made with that block.
That would be really mean if they did do that.
Yeah.
But
Though, it honestly is funny now that we have, Pac-Man World Repack as, that remake.
Mhm.
I know deep down, there's, saying that this game could potentially get the remake treatment is, the hell of a pipe dream in of itself.
right.
Considering, the title character. But I also feel like, I don't think it would be that hard to do, considering, by and large, aside from, having this Pac-Man be the title character, that's really all there is to it. They could easily replace her with, actual Pac-Man, or hell, even Pac-Mom, if they really want to piss off the fanbase that much more, if they want to do a proper remake of this game.
Well, I guess it's also just a matter of, when you really get down to it, aside from, the design and, well, I guess there's also, the historical, legacy attached with the character, but, aside from those two, is there really that big of a distinction between the two characters to a point where remaking it with Pac-Mom would be offensive?
I mean, it's one of those things where,
push it left. Yeah, you got it. Yeah. Sorry.
But yeah, no, it's like at the end of the day, I feel like deep down they should, if they were to remake this game, they should just go with the actual Pac-Man because people actually care about Pac-Man.
Yeah, definitely. It's he has more recognizability to him, or just marketability to him. I mean, you could still argue he is the Mickey Mouse to Namco.
Exactly.
Right, there we go.
I mean, again, there's really nothing of value that would be lost if they did just, honestly, in a perfect world, if there was a remake, obviously keep Miss Pac-Man because, she's the title character. She's the one who got to have this adventure while Pac-Man got to play around in a 3D space.
Yeah, I guess I'm curious. I forgot because that's the other thing I was going to ask was in the grand lore of this game. Do they ever explain where Pac-Man has been? Off,
Nope.
messing about throughout this adventure.
Nope. Literally nowhere to be found in this game. Oh, okay. That's a bit of a lie. He is in this game, but only in the multiplayer.
Okay. I imagine it's plays your favorite characters: Professor Pac, Miss Pac-Man, Pac-Man, and the dog.
Actually, the baby.
Oh, huh.
His baby.
That was not gonna be my next choice for going to an adventure hunting things, but fair enough.
Wait, which one is this?
You're giving me, the guy on the cover,
Oh.
the snob, and giving it to Johnny Cage's child?
No, yes, yeah, no, absolutely.
What's this about Cassie Cage now?
I'm sorry, it's just you saying that, but the baby just reminds me of the Scorpion Has a Problem video where it's oh, you remember that Johnny Cage guy? You're giving it to Cage? Oh, no. To his baby.
Also, I see that over there. Fuck you, Mesmeralda.
Whoop, ow.
Have we ever?
Oh, come on. Don't go blocking me to my power pellets, man.
I gotta have the power pellets, man.
Hey,
Oh,
man.
jeez. Is Mesmeralda has Mesmeralda ever appeared in anything else, or just exclusively with this game?
Just this game.
Okay.
She's pretty much just the nasty, evil witch villain that only was there just to be an evil witch villain. Evil.
Oh, boy.
Oh dear.
Whoop.
Yeah, it's just again the shriek they make.
Yeah, no, like, Miss Pac-Man holds no bars.
You're all coming. You're all going down with me. And okay, there's no power pellet. Left.
Maybe you have to use the block to push him off?
Oh, I wish we could.
No.
Alright, just time this just right, and now! Actually, wait, what am I doing?
Get that, and let's hope we have enough time. Oh.
Oh, we don't. Oh,
Nice.
good.
Just the shriek.
Yep!
Let's see.
Oh, I know what I gotta do.
It's just the other thing it's now reminding me of is a classic old Monty Python sketch, the How Not to Be Seen instructional video, and it's just providing you with helpful.
Oh, that's no reason to go down there.
Don't, let's not do that. Yeah, but yeah, it's just providing a helpful assistant video on how not to be seen, and providing you the ample reasons and benefits for not being seen. And for instance, a guy's hiding in a bushes. He's hiding in a bush among 3 other bushes and saying, "Oh, he has given us a clever little puzzler. We do not know which bush he is hiding in. However, through simple process of elimination, we can soon find out." And suddenly one of the bushes just explodes. Nothing. Another one explodes. The third and final bush. That is correct.
We have
found. It was like, yes, it was the middle one. I gotta show. It's a Monty Python still holds up. I think it was such a fun round of shorts and things.
I'm trying to think, was it
they're
Monty
up ahead.
Python itself, or was it another oh boy?
Oh, I'm still alive! I'm still alive!
I genuinely was ready for you to kick the bucket right then and there.
Yeah. But anyway, I was just saying, was it Monty
There you
Python
go.
or some other British group?
Just trips on lava. So
Anyway, I was just saying, was it Monty Python or a different, British comedy trope that invented the whole, boot to the head skit?
No, that was a different sketch. I'm gonna look them up though.
I don't think that was any sort of British comedy now that I think about it. Or was it?
I think it's just American. But I'll look at a boot to the head comedy skit origin. Google.
Add one for Jimmy and the Wimp.
And no, we don't mean the Phoenix Wright one, even though that was essentially how I got introduced to it.
Boot to the Head
Same.
is a comedy album performed by the Canadian comedy troupe The Frantics.
Ah.
So I'm half right about the mean British.
Yes.
Well, British Columbia!
Yeah, fair enough, yeah.
Assuming that wasn't British Columbia.
I believe so. Yeah, the official short was known as The Last Will and Temperament, which, of course, we all know now as the Boot to the Head or Mr. Muldoon's Will. And just...
Well, get on with it. The bar's opening soon.
It's like, I don't want no boot to the head.
And finally, a lifetime supply of ice cream. Ice cream, that's all? That's all. Well, what flavor? Boot to the head.
And one for Mr. Muldoon's, and to my cat, I leave my vast entire boot to the head.
Boot to the head. And I see, because I see re-performances of it that apparently take out this bit, which is funny because it's one of my favorites just because of how ham the actor goes.
Oh,
The
yeah.
whole, I give him not a boot to the head, but a rabid Tasmanian devil to be placed in his trousers.
And there's that one. The other character I see sometimes written out is the posh son who knows everything, how dreadfully...
This is so predictable. I leave a boot to the head. I knew it.
And to this day, though, my favorite interpretation of that, which the Frantics, which as we discussed, the Frantics themselves even acknowledged was great, was the guy who animated all of... I think he got... Will the TNT explode immediately when it gets into the lava?
We're not gonna use the TNT, are you nuts?
Oh, I see. You clear the way. Nice. Alright, then we use this. Anyway, it was the Ace Attorney thing that the Frantics themselves even acknowledged, was like, hey, dude, you did an awesome job with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a beaut.
And with
that, we've got our second gem.
Yay.
I still forgot what this gem is called. I need to look it up.
I might be the gem of truth. Hard to say, really. But let's go ahead and go straight into the gaping maw.
I just noticed you were missing 2 dots.
We can find.
I'm missing 2 dots, and I think I'm missing 1 fruit.
Let's see.
Eat 2 stinking dots!
And if her.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I figured.
Yeah, it's truth and then...
This was a bare bones run.
Ah, well. But okay, that's a start. And yeah, okay, it was truth. The next area will have wisdom.
Alrighty. And then we'll get the Gem of Power.
Oh!
And once we get Miss Pac-Man develops a buff body.
Power! Permit me a cruel chuckle.
So, next time, ladies and gentlemen, we're heading on straight to China.
Pac-Ping Harbor. Oh boy, I can't wait for such lovable, relevant, and timely humor in ye olde China.
Oh, come on. You wouldn't accuse Miss Pac-Man of being racist, right?
No, but I'm accusing Professor Pac of being misogynistic. Get over here.
That's right. Anyway, we'll see you all next time.
Bye.
I'm just saying.